Hello my friends and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to talk about the Trak Racer TR8. It's a bit of a more expensive model than I usually do, but again I found it secondhand at a good price, so here's a review. The back of the pedals can be moved in a 20 degrees angle via a 10 cm slot in the frame. The pedal tray has a 20 cm track to adjust the distance from your wheelbase. This configuration is enough to get a decent position for your pedals for most people. The wheelbase itself can be moved horizontally 14 cm and vertically there is room to move it about 3 cm. The wheelbase can be tilted down and with the holder inverted it can also move upwards. The seat rails will move about 11 cm. In all, a very decent configuration that can be applied to find a good seating position. The configuration of the pedals and the inclination of the wheelbase is fixed, but the seat rails and the depth of the wheelbase is adaptable on the fly. With a length of 135 cm, a width of 75 cm, it is not too bulky either. Quality for this one is phenomenal. It has very thick tubes, everything fits well together, is well finished. The paint job is fantastic as well, nice matte black, scratch resistant, and even you have like very small details like the logo which is carved out in the frame. It's fantastic. There is really much to like about this frame and little negative to say about the build quality of the standard rig in general. The 5 cm diameter tubes are heavy and sturdy, as is the pedal plate and wheelbase holder. All feels heavy and, well, like I said, the attention for detail like the laser cut logo and rounded spacers feel high-end. Some points of criticism for the build quality, well, as far as I can see, only one real being the seat. The seat is of great quality with a fake leather upholstering and a nice motif, but the backrest is very loose. This doesn't really bother that much when you're racing, but it is something that could be better. Another point I would like to mention is the display stands. Although that it is a common problem with all the integrated display stands, it tends to move when the rig does. And again, when in game it's not that bothersome, but if you have the budget, I would pick a standalone example above the integrated one. This would also help with the distance of the screen. I'm using a smaller display and it doesn't bother me, but I can imagine some racers would like to put it further back than what the standard configuration of the integrated display stand allows. Setting it up is a fun experience due to the clear building instructions from their side. I had no need to go look for a YouTube tutorial when putting it together. It also helps that every part you touch feels expensive and is just nice to look at and handle. Feature-wise, you have the sliding tray where the wheelbase holder is on, which I find phenomenal. It's the first time that I see it in a rig. And also the pedal base is something very special, so you can just pull out the tray and fix the pedals on it and then just put the tray back and fix it in place again, which is very handy. On top of this you get the shifter holder and the seat sliding rails. The seat, however, is an option. Again, like for other manufacturers offering a frame-only choice, the seats go from around €200 for a basic seat to over €500 for a Sparco GT seat. Other options are found plenty on the Trak Racer site, ranging from cup holders to keyboard holders and display stands. They have about everything to customize your frame. I had a display holder as add-on to this rig and also the quality is apparent, as is the chair. It's great quality. So I sometimes tell you guys that I like the looks of a chair or that it is aesthetically pleasing, but this chair is the bomb. I mean, this the way it looks, it's a mean beast. It looks fantastic. It looks great. It's the best looking sim rig that I have seen and tested so far. Now comes the difficult part, the price. There is no denying that this rig can be on the wish list of anyone, but it's expensive in comparison to alternatives. Without the seat it already comes at around $659, now with the Black Friday promotions at $560. And this is a lot of money for a frame, especially if you can have a profile rig with a seat for roughly the same price. But then you go sit in it and you know, like you feel when you sit down in a high-end car, why it costs that much. It is fun to construct, it is a quality rig, it is a beautiful beast that will tame your sub 25 Nm wheelbases without any issue. And even though I find it expensive, I also always think to myself, if you want to buy a rig and you plan on spending a lot of time in it, well, it's the same as buying a desk chair or a mattress. You buy a decent one, and this is more than a decent rig. What this is not is an object that you buy after racing for a month. It's a lot of money, and if you have to sell it after a few months, it's a damn waste of a fine rig. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out the various Black Friday deals. I'm not going to do a where to shop video for Black Friday, but I can tell you on Thursday there is the reveal of the Trustmaster video coming up. If you have some remarks before the launch, put a remark in the last Trustmaster DD video. I will put a link up here. Also, I will go over the comments in that new video. Don't forget to donate a thumbs up if you have something from this video, as it really helps the channel grow. And subscribe if you want to see more news and reviews. I will see you all next video.